Welcome back. I don't know. I don't know what to say except I'm very happy that you wanted to see us today, and we have a story time today or something.
Yes. We'll be doing a story time about our lives in high school, what we went through,
All right.
how we coped.
Yeah.
Did we get bullied?
Yeah.
How we dealt with that?
Did we make it?
Yes. Did we make it?
I don't know.
I guess you have to wait till the end of this video to find out.
Mm-hmm.
And we should say we know that bullying is a big thing right now. And
Yep. Everybody's worried about bullying. We all have our own opinions on it, I guess.
yeah.
Some of us think that, bullying isn't acceptable in any form.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us think maybe it's a fact of life, maybe.
You're serious?
Well, you're going to hear it in my story. Well, as you presumed, I got bullied. But no, we laugh about it, I guess. Because when you look back at it, it was for silly things,
I felt like they were major moments in my life personally when I was bullied. I was actually bullied when I was a kid, but I didn't grow up with any anxiety towards what I went through.
Me neither.
I felt like once I got past it, I was a better person for it. So it never was never any long-term effects for me, but it did affect me for a good portion of my life.
For high school, it affected me throughout high school and even a little bit after high school. It make you start thinking is there something wrong with me? Why am I always the one to get bullied?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that down in the story.
Yeah, I guess so. So, I don't know. When I was starting high school, it was one of those, we had to go to a high school where there was uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's for you, that's a private school?
Or Catholic.
Oh, yeah.
Catholic school.
Okay.
So we had a uniform. Everybody was going to wear the same uniform, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a bit of anxiety over that. I don't even know why today. Because we kind of wear uniforms to go to work and stuff like that. So It's not a big deal. You're happy to wear a uniform.
Right. Here in Jamaica,
when you have a uniform, it's like you have a job.
Right. Here in Jamaica, almost every school wears uniform, if I'm correct.
No, it was
all of them.
A lot of my friends that I grew up with in my neighborhood didn't have to have a uniform. They were going to public schools, basically. And they didn't have to wear any uniforms or anything like that. So we were going to kind of be singled out in the neighborhood,
right,
so to speak. And then not just that, the years before I was going to high school, I dealt with being bullied.
That's in kindergarten. What do you have?
Well, no, it was grade 1 to 6.
Primary, yeah.
Grade 1 to 6.
Here, that's primary school for us.
Yeah, by grade 7, I was going to high school.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Some places, if you're in public school, then it would be 7 and 8 would be junior high.
It's the same here. Wow.
Yeah, but for Catholics, grade 7 to 12 was high school.
Okay.
All right. So by grade 7, you were carrying over a lot of the stuff from your elementary days.
Right.
But you knew there was going to be some kind of change as well, because you're going to deal with now kids are older and stuff like that. So for me, it was lots of anxiety over being bullied for 2 years,
right,
and then also wearing a uniform, which I was I don't really want to do, So when I finally went to high school, I found it wasn't that bad. Everybody's wearing a uniform, so you're not worried about that too much anymore. And the bullying really isn't a big deal anymore. Everybody's kind of grown up a little bit.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
But not necessarily, because, all right, hold on. With my experience, it was way different because, all right, remember where you are.
Mm-hmm.
In primary school, for me, it was the best of school years for me because I was in competitions with like other girls in my class to be on top all the time. So it was fun, and every like those times we didn't even know what bullying was because everybody was just friends. Everybody played along, and it was really fun. Nobody was really mean. I
Wow.
mean, you have your friends that you disagree with at
See, like,
times, but
I understand
know?
what you're saying because like I had a great time in elementary school too, and I had a lot of like academical things happening and physical like with physical education doing well.
right.
You know, I remember one time playing against the police, and they cheated to try because we were winning so well, so they had to cheat and all that.
Right.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
But it was like a fun game. Like it was just a nice way to, to be
Yeah,
part
so
of
it
the
was all
community.
fun
It
and
was all fun and
games.
games, but there was an aspect of that as well, where you're just dealing with the kids now, and in some cases, like some kids were bullied, and it was simply because of differences in how much money your parents made, for example.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you brought to school every day and
Right.
what they brought.
Right.
If you didn't bring anything to school every day except your lunch, and they were bringing all kinds of other things, well, that would turn into something sometimes.
Well, for me, all right. You see, the closest I got to like being bullied, and I wouldn't even say bully. When I tell you, you're gonna understand. All right, I grew up. My brothers and sisters and we grew up dirt poor. Like we were poor, and it's like when you're at school, all your friends, they have their lunch money, their snacks and all of that. Because we live close to school, we were like a walk away. Basically like 5 minutes, not about 5 minutes, like 2 minutes walk up the road. So at that time, my mom wasn't at home. So it was just my dad with the four of us, right? So every I think we got off the hook for break time, but every lunchtime, 12 o'clock, you see if 12:10, sorry, not 12:10, 12:10 reach come, and we no reach at the house for our lunch, our father a cuss from up the road, come down and we
He's waiting for you.
Right, so everybody
And he knows you only have so much time to eat.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, because like everybody had their lunch money, so lunchtime for we was just playing, and then at the last bit of lunchtime you go grab something to eat. So then we had always try to play with our friends. Then everybody hear the cursing coming down the road, and everybody would say, your father come.
Yeah.
So then my brothers and sisters will grab each other and we start head through the gate. You understand? It was that spanking that, because the fact that he had to come to school for us. Because, he must say, he believed in come and eat your lunch.
Yeah.
But for me, all right, see, for me with high school, and why the biggest part of me being bullied in high school, I think, was I ended up in the wrong high school. Did I tell you about that?
No.
There were some issues with some paperwork that you have to have. To be, because it's not like you don't necessarily, you will end up in high school with a few of the people out of your class depending on your average and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's like I was supposed to go to an all-girls school.
Okay.
But then some issues with my which I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But so when those things were came through, it was already too late. So my place at that all-girls school was already
gone.
taken.
Yeah.
So the second choice, which was my last choice on my choice of school,
Was where
Jesus Christ, my ball, me cry because my average, like if any of my teachers them on here or anybody that knew me when I was in primary school, I did my best. And it's not like it wasn't even choice. My dad would have killed me. My father would kill me if it was anything less.
Okay.
You understand? So when I ended up in that school that I went to, big up my school, CM way. Big up my school. It's like I found myself in situations where if you realize, if you I am outspoken, me speak whatever on my mind, like no matter how you feel, say my coward or afraid. Like I remember, because I love netball, right? And my first set of bullying started when I was in grade 6. May I tell you, September morning, the very first day of school, right? I was in class because my mother, big up yourself, mommy, my mother used to with my natural hair, like I used to get braids like this, plaits like this, and go high school with them a plait hair, picnic bully you. You understand? So your natural hair being plait like this. And then that's how I went to school. And the first day of class, I can't forget, I had just moved from my dad, which is in Discovery Bay, to Brownstone, where I'm currently living now. So, Stephen, me no know what my district name.
Oh, really?
It was kind of my fault that I got everybody pick on me that day. It's like, so, you know, when you go to school for the first time, teachers say, tell us, stand up in a class and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Yeah.
Man! Stephen, I didn't
didn't
know where the name of my community. I didn't know the community I moved to with my
Because you
mom.
were just there all the time.
Yes, so me say when it was my turn to stand up, like before, like a few kids before me, I'm like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? But stupid me, I should have given the address that me live from I was a little child. Me know with my enough self, me stand up in a class. Oh, I'm from Discovery Bay, Brownstown. Which for my viewers that don't know that, Discovery Bay
is not Brownstone.
and Brownstone are two different places.
Yes.
You understand? But because I was from Discovery Bay, right? And I moved to a community in Brownstone.
It wasn't far from
I didn't know. No, it's far, Stephen.
Well, it's far. It's like 30 minutes.
No, but that's the thing. You can't say you're from Discovery Bay, Brownstone.
No, I know, you
It's
can't
two
say
different
that.
addresses.
No, I know.
Like, alright, I should have said
But as a kid, it was close enough.
Babe, I was 13 years old, so you should have known.
Yeah.
What I should have done was say I'm from Woodstown, Discovery Bay, or from Philadelphia, Brownstone. But me say from Discovery Bay, Brownstone. Me say everybody, they pity them, laugh, they laughed. All the teacher laughing now. Me say me feel like as I'm stand by hold on my head. Me shame.
No kidding.
Then I was known as the Discovery Bay Brownstone girl. You see, by the time
high school can be cruel.
you see, by the time I sit down, me see paper pass behind me. People are write on a paper, the kids them are write on paper and I pass it round. And everybody will open the paper, turn on and look at me and Steven. Everybody. Me say me want to cry, but I'm tough. You understand? And if me cry, that's the more they're gonna bully you.
Well, they're gonna see it gets to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I hold it like a G, I hold it, you know?
Yeah.
I hold it, I held it.
And that was kind of like the same thing I did when I went to high school. I decided, you know, you can worry about all those things that happen in elementary school and think they're going to be carried over into high school, but it's just like
But it's different.
I just went to high school and I just said I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not even going to be
You
concerned.
can't expect it because when we feel
and then
like,
I just noticed things were just a little bit different. And they were different, like, for not really in my favor, 100%. Like, I wasn't a star at school all of a sudden, you know?
Yeah, but you have to stand up for yourself. Like, you guys that are out there that are getting bullied, stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not telling you to fight or do anything. Speak up.
Just,
You get what I'm saying?
be able to say, have the courage to say, like, that's enough.
Right.
You know,
it helps.
I don't accept what you're doing, you know, and it's not about trying to be tougher than anybody.
Right.
You know, it's just trying to show people you're not willing to accept it sometimes.
Right.
It's more than enough. You know, I feel really bad for the people who do have the guts to actually say that's enough, and they have to deal with someone much tougher than themselves. That's a little bit...
Right, because they tend to, when you embarrass them, especially for the people when you stand up.
Well, it's a different scenario, right? Like now
they want to fight.
You're putting yourself in a position of danger. You know, you got to know... Yeah. You got to know the situation. Like you got to learn in life, you know, when it's appropriate to apply certain things. But most of the time, you should stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
And as I was sharing with you the other day, the whole shoes part, like it's like me go through phases of being bullied, and it's never with the same person because I always stand up to the previous person that bullied me. And then the last time I got bullied, I think I was in grade 10. Yes, me I wear the skirt and blouse, and as I said, I was poor. Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I told him about this story. We were talking about that's what inspired us to do this video. Yeah. And it's like we were poor. I'm gonna stress that. And so I had to take care of everything I had. Shut up. I had to take care of everything I had, and I had the same shoes like for a long period of time, and then when I was in grade 10, things go bad. The shoe's gone. Part of the shoe's gone. That's all
listen,
bad, guys.
when you're poor, you don't have options a lot of
Exactly.
times. Like these are the shoes you have.
Wait, no, let me tell you. Wait. So my shoes, my good shoes, mash up, like torn up.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a bad decision. I had a church shoes, kind of like a church shoes. I don't know if all Jamaicans will know what I talk about. Some with some little hard heel on it, where as you walk, you're pop.
Yeah.
Pop.
Nice big thick heels on. Nice thick heels.
Those are the type of shoes you wear to church.
Wooden.
All right.
Wooden bottoms.
All right. My
Right.
Canadians and Americans, those are pop.
They're more
shoes.
like clogs than shoes.
Me say. All right. So I had no choice but to wear those to school until my mom could have buy something else for me, probably the weekend or a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you see, everywhere I went, you hear, no matter how soft you try to walk, and the slower you walk, I worse it sound.
Yeah.
You're pop, pop.
Every step.
Every step you hear the pop. You have to laugh at yourself, because it's back then.
Well, I think it's funny
good
too.
to laugh.
Like if I was there at the time, I'd probably be like, oh, that poor girl. That poor girl.
Anyway,
Yeah.
when we go each class I went to, I tried to be one of the first there, so I'm not walking after everybody in the class. Cause me know it sound terrible. And so when we leave in class,
That must have been an exhausting day.
Every time the bell rings for
It's like
after
you're
one
racing.
session.
You're
exactly.
As soon as everyone leaves, you race to the next
After one
class.
session, I have to make sure that I take up my book then before class even pack up, and as soon as the bell ring, gone in the next class and be one of the first
Oh
in there.
my goodness.
Sit down, make sure that I not get up if I want pee, I hold it
Yeah.
until everything finish. And then some girls, I don't know, I don't know how they picked up on it. Some set of girls, they're bigger than me, we're the same age, and pretty face, because I wasn't the most beautiful in high school. So pretty face and long hair, and girls that had it, basically had the nice bag, the nice shoes, everything nice about them. And me say, where I live, I could walk home to school. I can drive, but it's better to walk anyway. It's a good walk, like about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
So I lived this way to go that way. Those girls live the other way where they have to take buses, got them here, and I'm telling you, we walk down the hill, me hear the laughing behind me. The set of girls. Me feel like them I go walk past me and everything. I take my little time, I have my bag and me I hum to myself. Go down the hill because there's a steep hill. Me turn to go my yard now. Me see them turn with me. Then the girls they had a little bit of space behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're right behind. If them whisper me, if a pin drop, they drop a pin, me hear it. And them laughing. Steve, I tell her, and some me I walk and I say, pop, pop. They might imitate the sound of my shoes,
Yeah.
And they might pop, pop, pop. Me try speed up.
And as you're walking,
Me try speed up. Yeah, pop, pop, pop.
That's horrible.
Me I try speed up. Yeah, pop, 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 pop. And then because it's the asphalt
So you
road.
try to slow down to try to quiet it down.
Yeah, I mean slow down here. Pop. You hear the slow down. Pop, 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 pop. Every step of your pop, pop, pop. So some people on the road, they might kill the girl, they might kill themselves laughing and pop, pop. And some people, you shouldn't be laughing at me.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's a funny story.
I'm gonna say, other people on the road, like passerbys. Oh, some guys were there and then turn or when I can't see them feel sorry for me, And then some of them laugh with the girls because it was funny. Look, you see how we laugh?
Well, now you look
it
back.
was funny.
You think it's funny?
Of course, I would probably laugh too, even though I wasn't a bully. I would probably laugh too. I'm saying, and people they looking, everybody I look and the girl them follow me go right on my gate. Like not exactly on my gate.
Just to hear you buck all the way
It's
out.
like, and there, and you know the worst part. You know when you don't have like a grass on the sidewalk. You know you could have walked in there, no grass. It's like that day was mine. No grass, you know, me if you're walking on the gravel and the asphalt here. And no matter what you try for disguise it, you can't.
You would have had to take your shoes off. Basically.
Exactly. I mean, didn't go do that on the road. I'm dead and tears full of me hyena. And there was a little, like, summer house around the corner. Then follow me go right at the corner because my mom always out on the front. So I don't know if they didn't want anybody to see them. Then follow me go right at the corner.
Oh,
and then I just be only here behind me. Pop, pop, pop.
You know, and that's, I guess, part of the lesson too, right? Like,
yeah.
Kids in school,
high school, they're dreadful. They're savage.
High school or elementary school, they are the worst.
They're savage, man.
You know, and they don't even realize it. Like I've met some kids that were like big time bullies, making fun of you, laughing, part of the laughing crew with the bully or whatever. And you meet them later on in life, and it's like they're nothing like
nothing.
You know, sometimes like as kids, we all need to be able to do that because it makes us stronger. You know, we can't shield our children from every single thing. There are certain lessons we have to teach them, and there's also this like kind of like expectation of security as well. Like when we send our kids to school, we expect them not to get, you know, obliterated at school.
Yeah, because all right, I'm glad you say that because with my daughter, our daughter, when she was in grade 1, right? Because she is outspoken like me. So she always wanted to answer all the questions. And there was this girl, I met her the first week of her in school, and they were like good friends. Then my daughter came home to me and started saying, this girl was saying these things about her, telling the other girls not to speak to her. And instead of me, I didn't, you know, I was like, Kendra, just be nice, be friendly.
Hoping that she can figure.
Exactly. And she got so mad to the point where, mommy, if them touch me, I'm gonna fight. No, like, that's not the way you deal with it. You understand? So I kind of gave her the same advice that I taught myself. You understand? Not to be violent about it. You get what I'm saying?
And try to be patient too.
Be patient. As a parent, I want to go up there.
No, of course you do. But you also,
deal with it like
as a parent, you also realize like your children have to go through certain trials and tribulations in their life. Sadly, no one wants their kids to have to deal with these things.
Right.
Anything negative, especially you want your kids to have all the accolades and all the blessings and all the greatness that comes with everything in life. That's what you want.
Yeah.
But
it's not always going to go like that.
But
So you have to prepare
life
for everything.
teaches us that we're going to have the opposite of that every now and then, right? And you know, allowing our kids to be able to deal with these things, right? To be able to go through these tribulations and trials and come out with a positive outlook is kind of teaching them how to be able to cope with life.
It's true.
Because, you know, as much as my mom could have protected me from everything and made everything roses and rainbows and everything else, you know, at the end of the day, when I became an adult, I would have been on my own and I would have faced a few disappointments. Imagine if I had never learned how to deal with that when I was a kid. And my parents never prepared me for that and tried to shield me from it all the time. Like, now when I'm an adult, it's devastation. Devastation that one bad thing has happened.
Right, you can't defend it.
Because things didn't just go perfect the way that my parents said they should be. And the way everything should work out, you know.
You have to always keep running back to them for help.
Like, you know, that's why I think, like, nowadays kids, they're shielded a little bit. And, you know, these troubles that they go through, like, it's like, they have to understand, like, there's a tomorrow and things will be different.
I understand and I agree with you.
And you know what? I'm going to sympathize with you about what you're going through because it's not right.
Right.
And I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you some tools.
Yes.
I'm going to try to give you some advice. Right. That's going to help you try to kind of wade your way through this. I can't be in your shoes every day and be able to deal with these problems, but I'm going to do my best to give you the best advice I can.
Right.
And every day you can come back to me and we can tune it and fine tune it until we find an answer. You know what I mean? Because the kids need that certain independence to be able to
They
live in their
do.
own shoes and stand up for themselves.
They do,
You know?
right? They do, and I agree with you totally. But then when like you can't help it, it brings you back, and you're like, I know exactly what this feels like.
And it's
So
unfair.
exactly. So it's like some of the time when you do want them to be strong and fight their own battles, it's like you can't help but intervene. You can't help but
As
tell
a,
them or
as a
show
parent,
them. You
as a
understand?
parent,
Because-
like I said, as a parent, you want everything to be perfect.
yeah, because to you, you are stronger than them. You were stronger than them.
Like,
you don't know if
you
they
became-
can cope with the same things that you did.
Yeah, like you became who you are to be
Mhm.
able to protect them from all this stuff that you've already
Yes.
dealt with. It's
Yes.
like I've already handled I've conquered these problems. I don't want my kid. But
Go through it.
it's like that's the one failing I think we have as parents is realizing that our kids are going to probably make the exact same mistakes we did.
Mhm.
Because they're really half of us.
Yes.
Literally walking around, they're part of us, and they're probably going through the same exact things we went through and not sure what to do. And they don't want to listen to us because
Right.
we didn't listen to our
To our
parents.
parents. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed our little discussion.
Mm.
Um,
I enjoyed it. It was okay. I might have said some wrong things. I'm sorry.
no, there's no wrong thing to say. You know,
It's just my opinion.
yeah,
I can't be
Mine
held
too.
responsible if you took my advice and things don't work out for you.
yeah. But on a serious note, comment.
Mm.
We're looking forward to read us. You can even go on our Facebook,
Mhm.
reach out to us, talk. You know, let's talk some more on this because time I can't give one whole hour, maybe a video.
No,
we have
but-
to cut it.
We will
Oh,
we'll address the most important.
Exactly.
Questions.
And if you guys want us to do a part 2 and extend, and don't get me wrong, my high school wasn't all bitter. There were like a lot of good times.
And I barely had a high school. So
Bad boy.
that's it. That's a different story. That's another video.
Yes. Alright, so guys, until
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're planning. We have a schedule right now.
Mm.
Planning to do videos every Mondays and
Wednesdays. That's right.
Right. We are gonna try giving them more because I know you guys want to see more of us and with some more interesting topics. And I should say I have some pranks up my sleeve, but I'm waiting. Me know now wait long. I'm waiting though. Trust me. Trust me. You see the ghost prank that I did? That wasn't planned at all. Me just see an opportunity and I grabbed it and it never worked out in my favor. But me I plan them one. You see how long me I take? Me I plan them one.
Yeah.
And
That's
you might
to
go
take a
and come
long
back
time.
hard at me. But your girl got this. Alright guys, so until later, be safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that post notification bell, tell a friend, and tune in every time. Alright?
All right.
Bye.
Bye.